Man, holy. Yep. Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last episode, we actually found out why it was a horror game. And yeah, I'm ready to get in it again. So, hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get straight into it. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is, my neighbor and good old friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'll never see making yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk the stroll together, oversleep more frequently, get tired of waking up, when waiting up. But she's trying to chase me like this, I must feel better running off. However, I just sign idle in front of the crosswalk to let something catch up to me. Oh my... What? What? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in there anyway. Okay? The school day is as ordinary as ever. It'll be over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be only too demanding for me to want to deal with. I just have no choice but to start with the anime club. Zombie? Oh my god. Monica. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We don't know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What'd you come here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. You know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess I could check the closet. You're in a debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing around the budget of publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy to make something feel special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. What was that? Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard finding members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of our members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? You might just say she? Hey, zombie. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, Is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could come check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, zombie, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings the door open at the classroom door. I'm back. I brought a guest with me. Whoa. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Nazuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, zombie. All words escape me in that situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Nazuki. The girl with a sore attitude, whose name is apparently Nazuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyways, this is Nazuki. Energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Nazuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Zombie in his classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, zombie? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Nazuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there isn't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Nazuki? Well, I guess. Nazuki redundantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looked away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime with me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, zombie, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Mizuki's head suddenly perched up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately taking advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately draft something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Mizuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mizuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club's meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give it back. Fine. Mizuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Mizuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Mizuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing everyone the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example to help Mizuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Huh? Mizuki and Yuri look quizzled at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them to each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we all have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Zombie? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what has been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, the girls exchange lunches before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Zombie. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if I don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lighten up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean it, that zombie? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Zombie, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once again. Zombie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the star-class Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already felt the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Jerry cleans up her tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart from the club and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Mizuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day at school and the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Oh. No, this thing real? Surreal? What? Nothing is real. What? All our stickers gone. Aren't they amazing? Maybe romance? Pink. Heart? Maybe bouncy? Play? Excitement? Maybe joy? Kiss? Games? Shiny. Awesome. Beauty. Papa? Why is that her word? Milk. Friends. Maybe Valentine. Boop. Kitty. Lazy? He took all of her words. Hi again, zombie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, huh? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. It was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, zombie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment like for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan on just coming here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Mizuki, I can't even see the words! You have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the classroom. Mizuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Mizuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, zombie. Well, make sure you put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Mizuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, why is the music changing? Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either. Like you said, I'm in the club now. So it feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you to get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked you a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Why is it changing? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in books. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's been waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nazuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah. I hear Nazuki utter an expiration sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is trying to mess it up? Suki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the person stands. How'd you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Mizuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to the box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look in the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, zombie. Consider this a... Don't judge my book. In fact, Mizuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. What? Mizuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take a seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can read at the same time like this. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Yuzuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few sentences before Mizuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I don't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read this the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about to be a bunch of friends in a high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing sometimes. You like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? Um, that's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I didn't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of these yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friendships. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. That's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Oh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. What's happened? Time passes. Mizuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Mizuki? Yeah? Mizuki suddenly collapsed straight into me. Hey! Oh my... Wait. I wonder if I can... No, I can't. Every time that goes bad, I'm gonna start looking at this text. Oh, geez. Mizuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Mizuki's direction. Mizuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, zombie. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I'm always keep snatching my bag for help. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? At least this is fun. I also go to Mizuki. I told Mizuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Mizuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. That's not the point of sharing in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember now how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when reading this and writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem to make me go, well, that's not that great, but let me show you thing what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Mizuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Mizuki would really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In that case, you still need to show me yours, right? Or fine, I guess. Only because Mantra will make me if I don't. Oh, this is the one before. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style would be your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhythm at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps me bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I just more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Mizuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Go Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to read it and finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I just thought it might be after reading it, though. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just there's specific writing habits that are usually typical to new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. And I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up on new writing skills separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both of the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning an example of trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Mizuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're be apologizing to herself, to me, or to Mizuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bath. Calm, breathing ain't of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicken back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read strips very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I like the poem. You know, it's short. It was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, zombie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering at her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't been through it though. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I just have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Monica! Hi, zombie. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring new things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem now? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, zombie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's sort of very that we've all learned to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I am Monica, my poem. I liked it, zombie. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of Mizuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Mizuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Mizuki's dad wouldn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's a fussy mood pretty often. What? But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because of her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident that for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that shows I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But I burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or am they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ear. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I banish my pen. Huh? So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, it's not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. This is a lot of poem. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Why is the music changing? Even if that's as being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something on her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Mizuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read the tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Mizuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What is with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Mizuki dismissively returns the poem to her desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about my feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try it that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Zombie did too. So based on that, I would gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing skills. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon. Of course, I'd come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Zombie liked my poems too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Tsuchi suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Zombie appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutely. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose booze magically grew in size bigger as soon as Zombie started showing up. Mizuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act... Oh my god. Oh no. You really act as young as you are, Mizuki. Me? What are you talking? You want to be edgy, bitch. Edgy. Sorry that my lifestyle is a little someone for your mental age of, see? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn over themselves just gradually in middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can compliment your what's happening? Your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Zombie hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if I noticed I was standing there. Zombie, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. How do I, um... Hi. How you doing? You alright? Hey, Zombie. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay. Okay, hold on. How did I do dragons in the first place? Not like anything. Okay, so that's before. Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better, for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even, confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more adversive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put a foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyways, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Nizuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palm on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Nizuki. Or did. Zombie? Please don't hate me. Please? I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Nizuki will forget all about it all by tomorrow. Completely. Anyways, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as like she wanted to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I shouldn't be the last one out. I'll wait for you when you're done. Well, I'm vice president, so let me take care of the responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Zombie. It would be embarrassing if you listened. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. What just happened? But I really appreciate your understand. Cut out. Well, we're gonna end this episode here. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please do like and subscribe for more. Have a good day. And as always, bye-bye.